Kazakhstan is a landlocked country with the world's 9th largest territory. Its mountain peaks, emerald lakes, and infinite steppe make for diverse, unforgettable landscapes. Kazakhstan is a modern, multi-ethnic country with a rich history. It is the place from where the world's first space missions were launched. Kazakhstan is home to a variety of cultures and traditions. It is the motherland of many Olympic champions. In accordance with its traditional Oriental hospitality, Kazakhstan has become the initiator and host of many globally important events, including the Congress of Global and Traditional Religions, the OSCE Summit, and the 7th Asian Winter Games. In 2017, Kazakhstan's capital will become the venue for the Universal Exposition. Today, Astana is welcoming the guests of the 3rd Global E-Government Forum. 11 years ago, the president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, signed the law on information, which gave rise to the country's e-government services. Over the years, the e-government services of Kazakhstan have gone through all the necessary stages of development. An up-to-date telecommunications and information infrastructure has been put in place, including the next-generation databases and modern information systems. In 2006, the web portal was launched that serves as an online liaison between the citizens and government. At present, e-government offers 570 services covering all the stages of Kazakh citizens' lives, starting from birth to retirement. With access to the internet, parents can skip lines and paperwork and receive a baby's birth certificate, apply for payments related to baby's birth, and apply to get the baby enrolled in the public kindergarten. School graduates can apply to universities online. Young people can apply for marriage registration. Any citizen of the country can select a healthcare institution, pay their bills for public utilities, and pay taxes and fines through the internet. Users can also get dozens of references, certificates, and other forms online. All of this takes a few minutes. Integration of government agencies' information systems has considerably improved the efficiency of the business processes. Registration time for entities has been shortened substantially. Registering a company in Kazakhstan takes just about an hour. Businessmen can obtain nearly 400 various licenses and authorization documents online and bid online for public procurement. In 2012, Kazakhstan's e-licensing system was recognized as the world's leading e-service in the e-business category. Kazakhstan's government services are available not only through the internet, but also at public service centers. Such centers offer online interaction with an operator who renders the citizen the necessary service. Automation of many business processes has enabled such centers to reduce the amount of requirements for submitting copies of documents for obtaining public services. In the latest UN report, Kazakhstan is ranked among the top 30 countries according to its e-government development index. Over the past 6 years, Kazakhstan has moved 45 positions higher in the UN rating of e-government services. E-government services are continuously developed and updated in Kazakhstan. Following global trends, Kazakhstan is at the stage of introducing mobile government services. In 2013, the President of Kazakhstan approved the new national program, Informational Kazakhstan. Until 2020, that provides for the introduction of new technologies in all areas and for building an information society.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third Global Forum on e-government, which brought together participants from 79 countries of the world. Құрметті ханымдар мен мырзалар, 79 елдің басын қосқан электронды үкіметтің 3-ші ғаламдық форумына қош келдіңіздер. Chairman and speakers of plenary session can kindly ask to proceed to your places on the stage. Пленарлық отырыстың модераторы және спикерлері сахнадан өз орындарыңызды алуларыңызды сұраймыз. We give the floor to the Senior Vice President of IDC, Mr. Stefan Franzen. IDC бас вице-президенті Стивен Франзен мырзаға сөз беріледі.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to officially welcome you to this year's Global E-Governance Forum. I'd also like to officially open today's plenary session. I think we can all agree that governments have a critical role to play when it comes to economic and sustainable development. If you think about government's role as a source of demand, as a source of skills development, as a source of investment, as a source or capability of setting policy, and as a source of setting standards. But we know that given the major transformation that we see today in ICT, if you think about the larger world of big data, cloud, social, mobile, or other factors like the Internet of Things, or artificial intelligence, and many other developments that we see out there today, that governments will have even more opportunities to leverage ICT to support development and, of course, to improve public services. But we know this is not without challenges. There are many challenges around policy, around management, around processes, and, of course, around, importantly, things like data privacy, and a host of other topics, of course, that we'll discuss over the course of the 2 days event. Now, resolving these challenges entails a number of factors. Importantly, to understand the impact of technology and the implications that technology is having for society. But even more importantly, partnerships. And so that I very much appreciate the topic of this year's event, its focus on partnerships among governments, within governments, and between public and private sector organizations and entities. For collaboration is really at the heart of the success of economic development strategies and national development strategies that are being implemented around the world today in many countries, and of course, including Kazakhstan. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention. I'd like to open the plenary session, and I'd like to pass the floor to the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister Karim Asimov, and ask him please to say a few words. Prime Minister.
Distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan, I offer you all a very warm welcome to Astana. Before I begin, I would like to thank the United Nations, and in particular the Under-Secretary General, Mr. Uhon Bo, for all their efforts and support in organizing this important forum. Without doubt, the processes of information technology development have had a far-reaching and profound impacts. Today, these technologies are indispensable to our modern global economy. They are also reshaping the way we communicate with each other, creating instantaneous linkages between diverse individuals across multiple new formats. Kazakhstan seized upon these trends early on, making significant investment in our communications infrastructure over the last decade and a half. These commitments have been guided by an ambitious program developed by President Nursultan Nazarbayev, Information Kazakhstan 2020. This wide-ranging program embraces the transformative power of the digital revolution and covers nearly every corner of government and many aspects of daily public life. Over the next 2 days, my colleagues will share with you in detail what we have achieved and explore the path that lies ahead. However, to set the scene, I would like to briefly highlight several areas that are having a meaningful positive impact. Presently, we are streamlining the interface between government and business. Through initiatives such as e-procurement, e-tax, e-licensing, and IT system for pension and benefit payments, among others, we have greatly improved the efficiency, accessibility, and transparency of many key public services. Also, building on investment in local information and communication technologies, we have initiated a project that introduces a service-oriented model of public agency information. This model involves transitioning to a cloud-based platform with a core objective of delivering open government. Thus, the project will bring us another step closer to our goal of transparent, effective, and accountable public services. Looking further forward, we are leveraging new and evolving technologies such as cloud computing, big data development, and machine-to-machine communication in order to raise our level of infrastructure, addresses the local digital divide, and promote more effective usage. These investments are already bearing fruit. I am pleased to know that Kazakhstan is ranked 28th in the current United Nations e-government survey, an improvement of 10 places compared with 2012. Further, these developments have helped us climb the ranks of the World Economic Forum's competitive survey, where we are now among the top 50 countries in the world. Of course, we have not come this far by setting out size low or by resting upon our laurels. Therefore, there is much more progress that lies ahead of us. I and my government are committed to enabling positive institutional development through ICT application. Esteemed guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking forward to spirited and open discussion over the next 2 days. To this end, we have assembled an impressive group of experts and leading practitioners from the public sector, non-government organizations, research and development, as well as industry. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you very success.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you, Prime Minister. I'd now like to invite, please, Wong Hongbo, who's UN Under General Secretary General for the United Nations, to please take the podium and say a word.
Your Excellency, Minister Karim Masinov, Prime Minister of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all to the third e-government forum. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan for hosting this important event. I also wish to thank the ministers and other high-level representatives present for joining us from all over the world. The time frame for achieving the Millennium Development Goals, known as MDG, will come to the end in 2015. That's next year. Members and other stakeholders have been intensifying discussion the scope and the priorities of a new post-2015 development agenda. Our future development agenda will build on achievements made with the Millennium Development Goals and have sustainable development at its core. As we continue our journey to a post-2015 era, we recognize the tremendous potential of e-government as a key enabler of a sustainable development. At the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 2012, a global consensus was reached that to achieve sustainable development, we need institutions at all levels that are effective, transparent, accountable, and democratic. E-government contributes to sustainable development by increasing the efficiency of public service delivery, by enabling broader stakeholder involvement, and by transforming the public sector with a more information sharing and open government. The 2014 edition of the United Nations e-government survey shows that the countries in all regions of the world and at all levels of development are advancing e-government. Advancing e-government is vital to the promotion of a smart government. It can broaden public participation in decision-making and service delivery. It enhances access to information, promotes physical accountability, and to remove the barriers to accessing public service. These efforts are all essential if we are to achieve a future of equitable economic growth and sustainable development. They help us to clear the path to a world free from poverty and hunger. Today, we come together to share our knowledge about policies, strategies, and innovative practices for smart government and to recognize the 2014 UN e-government survey special awards. I extend my warm congratulations to winners of this award. This year's winners embody the vision and commitment necessary to transform public administration into an instrument for sustainable development. They offer important lessons on how to build more inclusive, participatory, efficient, effective, transparent, accountable, and people-centered governments. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you here today will find inspiration in the ideas presented during the discussion of these 2 days and reflect on how you can turn them into concrete actions. My department, together with my colleagues in the United Nations system, are committed to supporting your efforts to promote smart government and innovation in the public sector. With that, I sincerely wish all of you a very successful forum. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Undersecretary General, for your insightful words, comments. So I'd now like to invite to the podium the first Deputy Minister of Security and Public Administration for the Republic of Korea, Pak Yoon-guk.
Your Excellency Karim Masimov, Prime Minister of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Your Excellency Woo Hongbo, Under-Secretary General of the United States, and distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor to deliver congratulatory remarks on behalf of the Korean government for the successful launching of the third Global E-Government Forum. I would like to begin by expressing my deep gratitude for the outstanding roles the government of Kazakhstan, the United Nations, and the precious workforce behind the scene played in organizing this global event. As the Global E-Government Forum celebrates its third anniversary in Kazakhstan, a country that is not only rich in the natural resources, but also in passion for e-government, I stand here today happily witness the forum growing into the major global event since its inception in 2012 in Seoul, Republic of Korea. In this regard, with the Korean know-how and Kazakh passion combined, I expect the forum to be at its pinnacle this year. As you may well be aware, the world today faces various challenges such as regional conflict, pollution, and natural disasters. In this warfare, information technology has stood up as a key to resolve these global issues. In 2010, when the world grieving Haiti earthquake and the Russian wildfire took place, Ushahidi, a crisis mapping program, was used to accurately picture the disasters occurring in the field. With its near real-time reports, relief workers and volunteers were able to more effectively and speedily respond to the emergencies. Recognizing the importance of IT as such, many countries around the globe are putting their utmost effort to apply it in every societal aspect. When it comes down to governance in particular, e-government is being strategically implemented to elevate public administration effectiveness and transparency. Needless to say, the United Nations, the crucial instrument born to create conditions of peace, security, and the stability of mankind, to recognize the importance of IT as a powerful tool for advancing international cooperation and development. In this context, the UN has been conducting its e-government survey since 2003. The survey's main measurements not only thoroughly take into account a country's web presence and its infrastructure, but also its online service delivery, e-participation, and human resources endowment. Hence, it goes beyond just being an e-government survey and measure socio-economic development of United Nations member states to consequently support their development efforts. Today, the Republic of Korea has the honor of receiving the survey's special award for the third consecutive time. I must state, however, that this glory came by actively establishing and implementing plans based on the UN Development Agenda. But Korea will not stop here. We will make a great leap forward with a new e-government paradigm called Government 3.0. Throughout the years, Korea's e-government paradigm has evolved from effective governance-centered Government 1.0 to communication and participation-centered Government 2.0, and finally, what is now called the citizen-centered Government 3.0. So, what are we aiming to realize through Government 3.0 paradigm? First, Korea aims to elevate its administrative conference and create new job opportunities by actively disclosing public information. For instance, a startup company utilizing the disclosed public information came up with an app service that guides the user to the fastest route to his or her destination. Korea is expecting that by 2017, around 12,000 new jobs will be created through this kind of startups. Next, Korea tries to realize evidence-based government by applying state-of-the-art IT to its governmental services. By building government cloud, we are trying to enable mutual sharing of data between individuals, and by analyzing big data, improve citizens' lives as well as their safety. For example, Korean citizens applauded their government for analyzing and applying public transport usage data in late-night bus schedules and transport intervals. Last but not least, one of the most pressing challenges now before us is providing individually customized service to citizens through system integration. A perfect example would be one-stop service for public utility charge exemption designed for people with disabilities. Once upon disability legislation, the service linked various support systems so that TV, electricity bill, and other utility charge would be automatically exempted without separate application. Overall, with the success of Government 3.0, it is expected that e-government will make another historical move. Paul Kennedy explained that despite its dire circumstance, through emphasis on education, high level of national saving, and other qualities, Korea remarkably rose from being one of the most poverty-stricken nations in 1960s, GNP per capita of $230 as that of Ghana, to the 15th largest economy in the world today. Nonetheless, the Republic of Korea shall never forget how international community lent it, a gracious hand in achieving this success. Hence, there could hardly be a better time that Korea returned what it owes to the world through e-government. We shall generously share with the international community groundbreaking knowledge and experience we have acquired while walking the road not taken. Finally, Excellencies and distinguished guests, all of you present here today are opinion leaders and eminent figures in the world of IT. I would like to bring my remarks to a close by calling upon you all to continue strengthening the ties and share the value of e-government on this global stage. I wish you all the success in your noble endeavor, and thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you, First Deputy Minister. I'd now like to call to the podium Hulan Tsao, who is a Deputy Secretary General of the ITU. Please, Mr. Tsao.
Your Excellency, Karim Masimov, Prime Minister of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Your Excellency, Ambassador Wu Hongbo, and the Secretary General of the United Nations, Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and an honor for me to be here with you today in Astana for the grand opening of this Global E-Government Forum. I would like to express my sincere appreciation for the invitation from the administration of the Republic of Kazakhstan to join you at this important forum. On behalf of the ITU Secretary General, Dr. Armand Touré, I would like to extend our congratulations to the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan and UNDESA as co-organizer of the forum. This will allow for the exchange of experiences and best practices, which is not just important for Kazakhstan, but also for other countries in the region. According to the ITU's ICT development statistics, over the past decade, this region has achieved a tremendous development, and in mobile in particular, the region has held the leading ranking status since 2009, with mobile cellular penetration at the end of this year expected to be above 140%. Kazakhstan, of course, has greatly contributed to this regional development. Ladies and gentlemen, the rapid growth of the ICT market has important implications for both users and businesses, who can call on an ever-expanding variety of services and applications to serve their information, communication, and entertainment needs. We also recognize the importance of local innovations taking place in the market, which are leading to new applications, services, and business opportunities. This is why ITU is placing so much focus on bringing the benefits of the broadband to all the world's people, because only then will everyone be able to benefit from the delivery of important improved healthcare, education, and other essential services, including e-government. In July this year, I was also pleased to come to Astana to join another regional meeting. And at that meeting, I and other regional ministers were impressed by the project of e-governments, and we were very much encouraged by their achievement. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take too much of your time. Just before I close, I'd like to just advise you that the ITU will have its next plenipotentiary conference, which will be held in Korea from 20th of October until 7th of November, where we will develop our strategic plan, financial plan, and elect new management teams and decide all important issues for next 4 years. Later in December, IT will organize World Telecom event in Qatar at the beginning of December. So I'd like to invite you to join us. Of course, if you cannot join us, please follow us from the web. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just wish everyone a very successful Global e-Government Forum, and I wish this forum great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Secretary. So lastly, I'd like to invite Asad Isekeshev, who's the Minister of Investment and Development of Republic of Kazakhstan. Thank you.
Prime Minister, Deputy Secretary General U Hun Bo, Deputy Secretary General Hu Linjiao, distinguished guests, welcome to the Astana Global e-Governmental Forum. The idea of e-government in Kazakhstan, as mentioned today, was initiated by our President in 2004. For further development of ICT, President launched a state program, Information Kazakhstan 2020. The main objective of this program is to create conditions for the transition to the information society. The government is actively working to improve computer literacy of the population. Now its level is around 63%. Number of internet users in Kazakhstan, around 12 million people, which is 70% of the population. The current coverage of digital terrestrial television broadcasting is 51%. Up to the end of this year, we plan to reach 72%. In 2 years, we will reach 95% of the population. The territory of the Republic of Kazakhstan is 100% covered by satellite digital TV. Today, 3 access points on the principle of one-stop window for the public and businesses for public services were started in Kazakhstan. This is a portal of e-government, public service centers, and contact center of e-government. The e-government infrastructure allows citizens to get 570 services through the portal of e-government. On average, each year, through a system of e-government, about 40 million electronic services are issued. For a country with a population of 70 million, I think it's a good indicator. As a part of the mobile government, this year 50 services will be transferred into mobile and 500,000 subscribers will be connected. Kazakhstan actively supports the initiative of the open government. Last year, we launched an open data portal dedicated to the availability of information disclosed by public bodies, national companies, and other governmental agencies for the citizens of the Republic of Kazakhstan. We are in the process of transformation of both the public administration and the tools that ensure its effective operation. So far, the tool is the e-government, and its next generation is the concept of smart government. We consider smart government strategy in conjunction with the strategy of smart cities and smart industries. Implementation and synergy of these concepts provide a high quality of life for citizens and increase the effectiveness of the system of public administration. We are very delighted that this year's Global e-Government Forum is held in Kazakhstan, in our capital, Astana, and I would like to thank you, dear guests, for your participation. From our part, we will try to show what has been achieved by Kazakhstan over the years in the development of e-government. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a fruitful and constructive discussions.
So with that, I'd like to thank His Excellency for his comments and also thank our distinguished panelists. And unfortunately, for the sake of time, we need at this stage to close the plenary session. So we look forward to working with all of you over the next 2 days. Hopefully we have a very successful and productive 2-day event. And we'll see everybody at lunch. So thank you for your attention. Thank you.